What's going on, everybody? Squid Brojo here with Mr. Pixels, DeFi Sean, and Adam. MC, there he is. What's going on, everybody? Guys, new channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and comment down below. Make sure to hit that notification bell, put that bad boy on all. If you're listening to us on Twitter, go ahead and hit that follow button, join on in. And if you are on Twitch, give us a follow. Nice and easy.
Oh, Mr. P, you muted.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay.
I got two mute buttons here. Okay, what's up, everyone? Back for another Moon Monday. Yeah, hope everyone had a great weekend. Looking forward to some awesome updates today again. As usual, how you boys been?
Been good. Same old stuff. Just got away for the weekend. Actually, just me and my wife, no kids. So really fun weekend. And it's obviously why I wasn't here Friday. So good to be back, going over all the details. And we are getting this close to Lunar Pump Fund, which obviously we'll talk about that here in 1 second. But yeah, how was your guys' weekend?
Good, man. Good. I actually went to a water park and my pasty Irish ass got absolutely reddened.
Yeah.
Adam, how about you, man? How's your weekend? Welcome to the show. Is this your first appearance on Moon Monday? I believe it is, right?
First appearance on any of the shows, but yeah, great to be here. We're in the middle of a kind of a move to Portugal at the moment, myself and the family, so it's been fairly crazy, and just been doing a ton of grinding, building the last definitely the last few weeks to a month anyway. So, but yeah, other than that, it's been good. Got out for a little bit of food with the missus, and I can't imagine what it'd be like just to go away for a weekend with the missus, though, Sean. That sounds like fantasy land to me right now.
And your video
Yeah,
is
for
super
sure.
sexy. Yeah, he's got an awful leg in his video, guys, at the moment. But the audio is working.
Yeah,
so
audio
that's the main
is
thing.
great. But yeah, Adam's been working on some pretty cool stuff that's definitely going to help out Infinaeon, which we will talk about here in 1 second. But I guess I can just kind of give the update too on Lunar Pump.
Let's do it.
Oh yes, shirt. Got that Moon Boy shirt. Adam's rocking it, which I still haven't got around to ordering mine, but I need to get mine.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
love this Mumbai shirt. Love it.
Let's see. Let's see. Does anyone else have anything? No, okay, never mind. I think I see the problem.
Yes, yeah, that is true, Mike. Nice emoji too.
Let's see. Huh.
You good,
Does
Sean?
anyone have anyone having some little technical difficulties? Trying to pull up my screen and it's telling me remove other media from the stage. All the media is removed.
Okay, try it now.
There we go. All
That
right.
was weird. Okay, we're good.
So shout out to the mods. Tested the hell out of this thing, especially Sharky. He put this thing through the ringer. Found all kinds of bugs, which was to be expected. It wasn't tested by the dev ahead of time. So we got it on DevNet, tested it. All the bugs that we have found are pretty much completely fixed. We just added stuff like at first King of the Hill or King of the Galaxy wasn't clickable. We made it clickable. The launch page, it used to just kind of be one page. Now when you click it, you go to launch normally. Or when you launch, you can do launch an ICO. So just kind of separating the two, making it just a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer. But everything's going. So we're pretty much right there. The next step is to go over to mainnet. Once we're on mainnet, we're going to apply for that phantom verification. I think I said it last Monday. I've already been in touch with them. So they are very well aware of what we're doing. So hopefully that's quick. It's the only reason we can't give a date is because we're kind of dependent on Phantom. If not for that, we 100% would have a date. I know we wanted one last week. Like I said, it found a little bit more bugs than we were anticipating, but it's a good thing. We need this thing to work right. Once we get it going, I know Mr. P and Adam have been on top, especially Adam, have been on top of getting the Twitter campaigns ready in between the promotional content that we're going to be putting out, or I should say the paid content that we're going to be putting out on top of our tweet generator and different things like that. We really want to get this thing out there. Also, in my Crypto Over Red Bull podcast, I saw that it looks like Les Bonk flipped Pump Fund for the month in revenue, not just for a day.
Yeah,
they flipped them for the month. So again, it kind of shows you there's more opening now. Again, not gonna not going to make anything up. Les Bonk is huge. They're $1 billion crypto. If I'm not mistaken, a top 10 meme token. I'm almost positive they are. So they do have that built-in foundation that we don't have, but we are going to be offering something, and we're definitely going to make people hopefully step up their game to add the stuff that we're adding. Like we have our ICO. There's so many different things that we have that make our platform so much more valuable. And I know everyone listening to this, I'm just kind of preaching to the choir. We all know that. So it's just a matter of getting it out there. I know we got tons of shorts coming out. Mr. Pixels is actually drawing up scripts and stuff for me and Joe to go ahead and do so that we can just have clips everywhere across all platforms, from TikTok, YouTube Shorts, if I'm not mistaken, Instagram, just everywhere we can. Obviously Twitter, that goes without saying. That'll be anywhere and everywhere. You'll start seeing me a lot more active as far as tweets go, as far as YouTube videos go, as far as YouTube Shorts go. Pretty much any and all platforms that I release content on, I'll definitely be doing this regularly because, this is a big deal. This is kind of what we've been waiting for to kind of really get things going. So we've been testing out private ICOs, public ICOs, and again, we're giving everyone an opportunity. As you can tell, Sharky released all these. Like I said, he heck out of it. Found stuff that honestly we probably would have overlooked without him. I mean, he was finding all kinds of crazy stuff that I wouldn't even have thought to look for. So shout out to him for taking care of that for us. And of course, we got our social media sites. We'll be running different campaigns with different rewards. We're definitely on track to hopefully really get this thing going.
Sorry, Sean, I was just in the middle of pulling that up for you there. I just overtook the screen.
Yeah.
But this was that list that I had sent you earlier. If you want to run through this, just to give people an idea. It's all the different ones I've been kind of teasing out while I've been building this structure. But
Yep. Just going down the list, doing your typical comparison, which is obviously something that you really want to see from the easy one click, which they all have. Then your low launch fees, your binding curve price model, your automatic DEX liquidity migration, liquidity lock-in. You have your built-in referral, which who else does have that? Les Bonk does have a referral system. I wasn't quite sure about that. Integrating trading bots, social media launch integration, which obviously that's us. Native utility, that's obviously Infinaeon. The multi-chain support, which is obviously us. And then we have advanced security audits, building and engagement tools, live stream, which remember, guys, we're going full throttle. And again, never like giving timelines, but the second this thing goes live, we're getting Phantom. The devs are going to be waiting. We're going to be working on this. According to the developer, embedding videos like this, we're not building a streaming platform from scratch. It's pretty quick. So hopefully we're going to have this up very shortly after. And Joe will go on doing his thing. We're gonna see if Joe can pull off what Joe says he can pull off. So that's gonna be fun.
Toilet token.
I'm bringing the ladies.
Of course, we have our cha-ching function. And remember, guys, 50% of all revenue is going to be automatically buying Infinion. Initially, we're going to be pairing because we have the Solana LP, we have 2 ETH LPs, we have Bitmart, and what am I missing? Is that our LPs? All of them a little bit thinner than we'd like. So we're going to start pairing LPs. Once we get to a point where it's paired, because again, like Matt would tell you if he was here, we don't want to beef it up too much because we don't want it to not move, but we also want to get it definitely a lot more beefed up than it is now. So we're going to pair it. Once we get everything to where we're comfortable with it at, then we're just going to straight up start burning, just like Les Bonk is doing, just straight up buying and burning Infinion. So the bigger the platform, the faster it's going to burn. For comparison purposes, every $100,000 in volume on the platform will burn $1,000 worth of Infinion. So it's kind of a way to look at it. And that's not including the bonding fees, because there's no way to really quantify the bonding fees, because we can do $1 million in volume on the platform and have 0 tokens bond. We can do $50,000 on the platform and have multiple tokens bond. So that's kind of something we can't quantify. So when I say $100,000 in volume equals 1,000 Infinion burn, that's strictly off of this trading volume percent. If more tokens bond, obviously that number will increase. So just showing you that, it's not even crazy numbers that we need to kind of really get the ball moving. $1 million a day in volume will be $10,000 worth of Infinion tokens burn. Again, not including any bonding fees, which is where you can really start making some serious revenue from. So just kind of wanted to point that out.
You know, it's very encouraging about looking at this. Joshua, you're such a stickler, dude. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll make this look really, really sexy when the time comes. This is just this is a screenshot straight from Grok, because you know when you're building out all this stuff, I'm trying to feed it the correct data set. So building out like this is part of the rollout. Basically, the media content rollout is to have like infographics like this, right, showing all of these different things. But yeah, this is just straight from Grok for now, Josh. But yes, thank you, sir. Keep me on my toes.
Yeah, that's just a rough. That's not posted anywhere official. That was just strictly in the back room.
Yeah, he's in. Hey, that's a good thing sometimes.
But yeah, I mean,
but what I was going to say was that the most
ahead.
encouraging thing that I see about this is the fact that if you look at the more features, what is, like you said, just flipped, the longtime king, right, is the one that's offering the most features out of everything outside of what we are offering, right, which is Let's Bonk.
Mm-hmm.
You can clearly see there they have the most features out of all the other out of the rest of the competition, and they just flipped Pump Fund. So like that's a super encouraging sign, because like the more features we got, you know, it just shows that people will go where they're getting that value, where they're getting those features. Like, and the ICO thing is going to be massive for us, I think. But yeah, what were you going to say, Sean?
Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. But just kind of me and Mike were actually talking earlier. That was going here as well. Is that, you know, 100,000 a day would be $1,000 buying and burning Infinion, another 1,000 to you know, of course you got the little fees like the 5% for bits. We'll put about $1,000 almost in the revenue bucket for this. So even just at the start, $100,000 in volume per day would put us on a good path towards thickening the LPs for Infinion, burning Infinion, creating the marketing funds and different things like that. So we don't even have to accomplish anything crazy right off the bat for this to be, in my book, considered success. And you know, it's really good that Les Bonk is beating Pump Fund for the month, because of course anything can happen on a single day. I mean, there's anomalies that happen. There could be a multitude of reasons, but to actually beat them out for the month is awesome. Pump Fund has so much negative news surrounding them. You know, Les Bonk kind of slid in there kind of right before us. Now, again, they're the bigger crypto, no doubt. They're one of the biggest meme tokens in the world. But, you know, they kind of slid in there, and they kind of did on a smaller scale what we wanted, offering more things that benefit, in this case, the Bonk community. So, you know, that was our whole process, is to do something that benefits the holders and the users of the platform, which is what they did. In my opinion, we're obviously taking it up to a whole nother level, because we're offering even more things than what they offer, from kickbacks from the devs to the users. Infinion obviously is a huge benefactor of it. Obviously the bits, everyone that holds bits, all the Infinion holders, we should be showing this nonstop, because, you know, with this being successful, we'll change everything with Infinion, with the chart, which is, I know, the number one thing we're judged on, unfortunately, to everything, to kind of really get this ball moving. It'll also minimize the VCs and stuff, and what we have to do in order to get funding to make sure that this project stays viable. Being a blockchain, being a token launcher, there are tons of carrying costs that comes along with that. So just everything would be minimized with the successful launch. And, you know, we have 100 people listening right now. Even if just those 100 people are tweeting every day on top of us, that's huge. It can really get us trending on Twitter, and really getting people to recognize us and to kind of know what we are. Obviously, between me and Joe, there's going to be more content put out there than any other platform, hands down. That's for sure. So
yeah, and to touch on that too, getting the community out there, you know, pushing out a tweet every day. That brings us to another thing that isn't on this list, but will be on this list pretty soon. And that brings us to our actual guest, which is a good segue here, I believe. Adam, if you want to jump in here, I will, let me see, I'll remove this here and I'll add in your screen share right there. Adam's been working his ass off on the back end, getting this and turning this into a new product that's going to be coming out. That will be dropping. Infinion will be benefiting. Lunar Pump will be benefiting. So yeah, Adam's going to kind of break it down and run us through maybe some of the development process, what we got, what we can look forward to, and hopefully drop us some alpha, maybe a rough timeline. Let's see what we got. Adam, what's up?
All right. So basically, since we initially kind of developed out the X-Post generator for Infinion, we've seen the huge kind of, the impact that was making on like people's feeds, the daily tweets, the hashtags, the tags, the cache tags, and just been monitoring all those metrics, over the course of, I don't know, I guess maybe 2 months or more since we put it out. So, obviously that made a huge difference. And then we were working very closely with the growthy guys, the Zealy campaigns, all that kind of stuff. And we put in one of those sprints was to basically, create a post every day or 2 posts every day. And they gave them the option to use the post generator to do it. And I think our metric is up like, I think we had 20,000 participants in this sprint that we've been doing. And I think it was like 80% of all those participants and all those sections of those sprints and those different quests, 80% of them were using the post generator. And I'm sure everyone could kind of see it in their feeds and stuff, that it was just like, I used to have to be scrolling through my feed every morning and just trying to hit like, trying to see, was there anything else going on outside of Infinion and Lunar Pump on X? It was just one after another. So, it was great to see. And obviously we kind of had been doing a lot of discussions and stuff about it. So, this could actually make a really viable product. And we had a lot of ideas for building it out specifically for Infinion. And, obviously Infinion and Lunar Pump are the main focus. And that's where all the back-end building out has been going on and fine-tuning the AI, all that kind of stuff, and seeing how we can, advance it a bit more, add more products, make it easier, or add more features, make it easier for people to be able to use it. So, we got to the point saying like, that there's tons of projects, even companies and stuff outside of Web3 that could make huge use out of a tool like this. So that's when Social Swarm AI was born. So basically the product that we're building right now is called Social Swarm AI. Anyone on X, go ahead. We actually have the X account is up now, and it's the handle is @SocialSwarmAI. So go ahead, give it a follow, keep up to date. We're doing a ton of developing. I mean, the all-nighters that are going on right now are kind of crazy at the moment, doing all the back-end building out for this. But we do have a lot of ground covered, so it's going to be available that, a project can basically go in there, select a plan that would give them a certain amount of usage or calls or pulls on their account. They can go into their own customized builder, build out their project, customize it, tailor it, their own colors, their logos, and then they can get all their data sets up for what the project is all about, like a full overview. They can upload all this stuff, and then they can add their own topics, and it will completely design the AI post generator around their exact project. So that's going to be, I feel, a huge revenue stream going towards Infinion, Lunar Pump Fund, the development costs, running costs, team costs, all that different kind of stuff. So we're kind of working all that out in the background right now. Let me just pull it up here. And my internet here is absolutely horrific. But the sound is okay, is it?
Yeah, sound is good. Your screen share is good.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So obviously we have the post. We have the post generator everyone's using now. We have done a huge upgrade on the AI, so the post should be coming up a lot better. So let's go for Lunar Pump Fund. Lunar Pump Fund, bullish. We're going to add some more tones in here too, but just for right now. So there's a kind of a different quality to the post it's putting out. Did you know Lunar Pump Fund strengthens the whole Infinion network? Every transaction fee goes back into our ecosystem, supporting growth and rewards. Cheers to a brighter crypto future. And it's got your link. It's got all your tags. So we're seeing these popping up all over the place. But
And that's the
our new
key, right?
feature that we've added.
That's the
Go
key
ahead.
too, right? To like this kind of a product, right? This is the way it's going to go. This is battle of the AIs, right? So the whole trick is trying to, you know, circumvent the AI to whatever, let's say, you know, create something that's good enough that the AI will promote and push. And the issue that, like, you know, projects have is like, you know, a lot of the time, you know, human error, right? You can get names wrong, hashtags wrong, this, that, and the other. You know, you might not know enough about the project. You might just be getting involved, and your information isn't that accurate. But the beauty of this is, you know, it doesn't really require anybody to think too much. You can just get right in there, do a clicks. I mean, even if you understand the product from top to bottom, it's a great way to jump off, and like you can re-roll whenever you want. You can set a tone if you like, and especially when you're doing like big kind of, let's say, raids or whatever. Like, just imagine a massive meme coin community now coming in. They got one of these primed and ready, and everybody's in there pumping that thing. You're talking about like massive SEO and traction on across X there, like in a very short amount of time, with very like specific targeted points depending on the data sets that you want to enter. And that's what Adam was referring to earlier as regards the product. Like, you'll see most, like, let's say for example, most AI products that you will come across, they'll have different tiers of membership, different kinds of plans that you can use. So that's basically kind of what the product will be. It'll be a front facing, you know, kind of powered, built by Infinaeon style product in pale blue. And then that will be like where people can just go. They don't even necessarily need to interact with us on the back end unless they want to move to like really, really high end tiers like that, where you're talking about big usage. But that's what you should envision when you're thinking about this as a product, kind of a front facing social swarm AI that allows people to go in there, build these out for themselves, have the reply generator, have the post generator, have the PFP generator, and all those stuff, depending on like being able to decide on what package you want. And then you got those tools rocking, and you would then have your own backend dashboard where you're able to fill in all those data sets and customize the entire thing for your specific community. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of jump in and mention that, Adam, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what it's all about. And you know, the big thing these days as well is, especially in Web3, is the your mindshare score. You know, on Cookie Fund and I think it's Cato and stuff like that, is getting your mindshare up. So you know, the big way is, you know, commenting. It's kind of a different way of rating, but it's commenting and getting you know, high value followers to follow the account, and then putting out posts that actually have genuine substance and not just LFG rocket. You know, so this is one way to get around that. So when you have active communities and they're using the post generator with all like original posts all the time, different tones, you know, you can have a huge metric there where huge variation occurs, and it still has your cache tags, your hashtags, and your at tags all in there with some images, and that's high quality content posting. So when you've got a ton of people doing that specific project, you know, you can get trending on X very quickly. So this makes it so easy. So it's basically just a few clicks, and this is the product, or this is the new feature we're just going to roll out for Infinion. It will be available on Social Swarm. We'll also have the PFP generator in the Social Swarm package. And then there's another one that's called Summon the Swarm. We'll go into details on that another day, but that's
a juicy one. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one. And then we've got Mind Swarm, but that's going to be completely focused on ways to drive up your mindshare score on these other platforms. So just a quick rundown here on this. I don't think I haven't put this, I haven't deployed this one yet, but we've added in a degen tone.
I think this is the first reveal of the actual. We kind of talked about it, but we haven't actually shown it in action yet.
So yeah, this is your comment generator. So you can basically, you know, if I just pulled one here from Crypto Zeus. Let's say some good KOL or influencer did a post that you kind of wanted to rate and put a decent comment on. So you just go here. If you want to talk like a degen or casual, bullish, or serious, let's go degen. And then you go your post URL, select that. You can also do manual input, but post URL, you can just come in here, copy it in. It'll pull up. That's the post he put up. So that's your preview of the post that we want to comment on. Hit generate comment, and what it'll actually do is it'll take all the details of your entire project and it'll make it relevant to what that comment or that post, is all about. So crypto market going back up is what he said, and then it applies it to your project, and makes the comment actually have substance and relevance. So seeing the crypto market showing signs of life, dive into Infinion where every transaction boosts the ecosystem's pulse. Sustainable DeFi and circular value, it's the ultimate hodl ride. Infinion is where your gains get reinvested. Catch you in the green. So you can use these kind of posts, or you can re-roll, if you want to do a different one. But what it does, the key focus here is that it makes your project, makes up a comment that makes the comment relevant to your project and also relevant to what the person on X actually posted. So that's the best thing about it. So it actually gives good quality comments, and it's not just, hashtag Infinion or come join our Telegram or stuff like that. So
and that's what the AI and as well, like what you got to remember too, like that's what the AI is looking for, and that's kind of the point I was alluding to earlier, was that like it's the battle of the AIs, right? We're trying to utilize an AI to get around the XAI that is searching for spam and bots and trying to make it more organic. But doing this also protects your account a lot, because your post actually has some substance and it's a decent post. Whereas, even if you're like just using your account regularly and you go LFG rocket too many times, you're getting flagged even though you're not even a bot. So this actually technically like protects you from yourself, if you want to think about it that way.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like the one it just did there on the re-roll, markets waking up, fam. So it's relevant to what CryptoZoo said. Crypto bounces back, and then it makes it relative to your project. So it analyzes the whole project as well as the post, and then generates a proper relevant comment to it. Layer 2 Magic recycles those sweet transaction fees into, Infineon's Layer 2 Magic recycles those sweet transaction fees into the system, juicing up liquidity and staking rewards for long-term gains. Talk about a self-sustaining DeFi party. Dive in at Infinion. Keep stacking. So it makes decent posts, good relevant posts, our comments to posts, along with ones that you just want to post yourself. So you've got those two options now. So we're going to deploy this, and the fact that you can just drop in the URL, it'll show you the preview of the post you're trying to comment on. You select your tone, and then you just very simply share it to X. It'll open up your X account. It'll open it up on that exact post with your comment box open, pre-filled. So all you need to do is click comment, and that's it. It posted. You don't even have to go looking for the post, anything like that. Just share to X, and it'll open pre-filled on the post with your comment ready to go. Click it, and away you go.
Give us an example of one of the other tones there, and maybe a different tweet, just to get an idea of like different sentiment here, just for an example for people.
Okay. Let's stick to all cryptos. So you're gonna go.
Let's hear a negative comment from CryptoZeus, and then we'll see what comment we generate from that.
Let's see.
But yeah, guys, what are you thinking so far? I mean, how are you liking this, Joe? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's interesting. If you post the same hashtag on Twitter, you'll eventually get shadow banned, meaning that your post will purposely be restricted from a lot of people seeing it, including those that are actually looking for that hashtag. And this is a cool way to by utilizing this, it's a cool way to spread around so you don't keep spamming the same hashtag. And of course, getting in trouble with Twitter, because the Twitter's the backend design is made to suppress people that post the same hashtag over and over and over again. So by diversifying hashtags, by utilizing this, it's a really cool way to kind of get around that, which has been a major issue, especially during the green market, because everybody's excited about, like, you get a random guy, Joe Blow, he'll go on Twitter just to look at one hashtag, and of course he's going to want to tweet that one hashtag. Well, this is a cool way to change it up. So now Joe Blow can now spam through on what he wants to talk about, as well as retweet others that are talking about it, but not specifically making like one line, like, oh, I like blah, blah token, hashtag blah, blah, blah. Now it's more diversified. Now it's more spread. It's bigger. and it's a much better chance of not getting that shadow ban, which I think is something that's absolutely massive, because it is a problem whether people realize it or not. Getting shadow ban on Twitter happens all the time to tons of people, and after a while your account the Twitter will let off your account if you stop spamming it. But the second you start spamming the same thing, the same small context here or there, same hashtag, they're gonna get you. So this is a great way to stop that.
Yeah, exactly. Because, even if you have, if you've got, an active community with like 50 to 100 people doing 1 or 2 posts a day or comments a day, you can get trending really, really quick, because the algorithm will be picking up that, you're not just posting like you were saying, Joe, like shit little comments or with a couple of emojis in it. You're actually posting, proper relevant content to the post or to the project, or whether you're commenting on a KOL's post, or in the mindshare world, like a valuable, let's say, a valuable follower, and stuff like that. So when the content actually has a bit of substance to it, it makes a massive difference.
Yeah, and as well, when you think about it, like I could see this, like this is my vision for this, is that it goes to the point where, like, when someone's launching a new token, they like, where you got this set up, you got the banners for that, you got this set up, hey, you got social swarm set up, you got that ready for everybody to run. It's like, that's where I kind of want to see this going. Like a monthly subscription to this, I would say probably at least at the base level would be cheaper than a Moontalk ad. Right. So if you think about it in that respect, and you have this when you just launch, and you got this for a cheaper price than that for a month to test it out, and you can like hyper focus, put in all the data about your project, have people come and link to this when you're raiding, when you're doing whatever, and you have people pumping this, and you got like that really specific targeted ability to, like, jump on comments and this and that very, very quickly, and with a massive amount of people early on. You want people to be saying, yeah, this is part of the setup now, right? You got to have your social swarm set up, as well as your banners for this, your banners for that. You got the Telegram set up, you got this set up, you got the social swarm. That's kind of where I want to see, like, this being, where all launching meme tokens will at least go in for a month of social swarm when they launch, to be able to like hyper focus their communities. I kind of see it going that way. Like that's my dream for this. But
well, yeah, and another thing too is you got to realize all these crypto developers, the people that are ahead of all these cryptos, they would need their community to obviously have a better direction at tweeting, which is it definitely is, but do it in a way that their own followers don't get shadow banned. Because a lot of times you go, okay, everybody, I want everybody here today to post "I love Infinaeon." How many variations can people really do other than type in "I love #Infinaeon"? This will actually change it up now. So now someone will go on and they'll see a guy say "I love Infinaeon." You can retweet that in a really cool way to have different hashtags, or have ats in your profile, add images. So there's a lot of things that now can be done. So now your followers of your token will now have a variety and diversity in that tweet, meaning there's a good chance they're not going to get shadow banned, meaning that every one of your followers, your 100 followers, they're all going to be talking different messages, all saying the same thing still, and it'll get to reach more people, rather than all saying I love X, and then the next day I love X, and then they're shadow banned. then they can only see it amongst each other, and nobody else can see it. And then what? Then you have to follow Twitter accounts are a joke. 100 followers equals, let's say, like, altogether you have like 20,000 followers underneath them, but now they can't see it. So now your 100 followers will 100 followers. So this kind of breaks that up, the monotony of that. So now they can have more reach, and those that utilize this, because obviously, ideally, you'll get more followers through this, then they'll be able to do it. So then it creates kind of like a web, and that's what you really want. Because, like I said, a lot of people get shadow banned, and even more people don't even know they're shadow banned. There's websites that's online right now that you can see your Twitter account is actually shadow banned. It's regular ban and a shadow ban. And a regular ban, obviously, you can't access your account. A shadow ban, you can tweet whatever you want, but no one's going to see it because Twitter decided you're spamming and they don't like that, so they got rid of you. So this is an amazing tool that breaks all that up, so that people can talk, that people can can spread the word to each other and get more people in the community, and then say, hey, you want to use this? So then it's easy. You don't have to create a tweet. You can hit a button, say this, I kind of want to talk about this, hit a button, or say, hey, I like what he said. Make me quote tweet this guy and make me say something about that. So it stays relevant. And once again, it helps you not be shadow banned, which is, as we enter the green market, I promise you, if there's a crypto token, fraud token, everyone's going to say hashtag buy hashtag fraud token. Everyone's going to say that. That tweet is going to be everywhere. But having this makes it so more people can spread the message, and more people can join and in turn spread the message again. So this is like I said, this is like the spider web, but it's what you need on Twitter. Because a lot of people, including myself, by the way, last green market, I was spamming every like 3 or 4 tweets like on that hour. I had gotten shadow banned so many times it was insane. And like I said, you can look at them online and see if you got shadow banned. And by spamming the same tweet, the same hashtag or same @ you will get shadow banned. So this is a good way to break that up.
Yeah, and I mean, the key to this too is obviously maintaining the amount of variation that you can have in the replies, right? As much as you can do as possible. And of course, that comes in the form of tones, in the form of like just giving new data, adding new kind of personalities, as it were, right? So that you can stay on top of that variety. And just imagine this as a product, we like all the back end is built. Front end is very close to build, complete here. As far as launching the website itself on socialswarm.ai, we got the name, the official socialswarm.ai, which I couldn't believe we got that. Because any other ones we're looking at were up around 40-50 grand for the .ais, and it's rare that you get something where that like describes the product to a T and are able to get like that that account, let's say that domain, and also the X account. We got Social Swarm AI as an X account. So that to us is like a sign from the gods. We're like, oh, fuck. Thank you, God. Yes, we got it. That's the name. That's perfect. So like I said, Adam's been slamming it these last 4 or 5 days. Had a bit of a, trying to overcome a development issue on the back end. Finally had a breakthrough about 2 hours before the show. So we're like, all right, come on. We'll give a quick little teaser. We'll drop the name. We're going to be pretty close to launching this thing. But another point I was trying to touch on was, we know in this game, like, customization is king in this game, especially when you're launching like meme tokens and things like that. So you want like as much customization when you want to make it look like it's your own product, right? That's what meme coins would want to do. And that, what's being built out on the back end here is basically just a one-stop shop where you can come in, set up all these things, highly customizable for people, and make it look exactly like that. Their ability to put in their own subdomains and things like that is also very important. So, and we will be looking at potentially, maybe an embed function down the line. But for Lunar Pump, just imagine this being like embedded, built into something like Lunar Pump, and there was potentially a daily reward for everybody that's on the platform to come over and make a post or a multiplier or something like that, right? Just think of all the massive potential that we have for not just Lunar Pump, but Infinaeon, of course, on the back end, the Big Daddy running it all, the engine room. But having these kinds of products rolling out, like, is just going to be, I just think, like, once we get into this market here, Lunar Pump Solana is launched. We got this dialed in. This is generating revenue. The token launchers, we saw all the extra benefits of the token launcher over the competition right now. That's bringing in revenue. I just think, I'm feeling like this is going to be a perfect storm. All the marketing rolls out. We got all our videos ready, all our content ready. Yeah, there's so much going on. But go ahead, Adam. I just wanted to kind of jump in and throw that down. Not sure if you had some more there you're going to show. Yeah, this is just another example, right, of... You're muted, by the way. There you go. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I won't take up too much more time with it. That's just another one from Crypto Zeus. You can drop in. It's just the API key I'm using right now is just on a free tier, so you've only got like X is a bit of they're a bit sticklers when you don't pay up the big bucks. But for the development side of it right now, this is you can just paste it in as well for manual input. So, it's crypto market rough today, lots of gems on discount, and then it generates. The downturn certainly presents opportunities to buy. With Infinaeon's self-sustaining ecosystem, each transaction adds value, offering long-term growth and stability. Dive into a circular DeFi model where prosperity complements participation at Infinion. Exciting times ahead. So again, that's the kind of good quality stuff. But like I said earlier, the social swarm AI, it's definitely going to be a serious platform. We're looking into some big partnerships with marketing agencies and stuff like that. And, we will have some affiliate programs going as well once we roll it out. I would say we should have some solid updates by Infinaeon Friday on it as well. We have a ton of interest in it right now as well. So that's kind of what drove us on, people looking for them for their communities and stuff. So that was kind of one of the driving forces as well. So, making a product out of it. But yeah, I'll be grinding hard here and stuff like we always are over, the next 4 or 5 days and more and beyond. So by Infinaeon Friday, we should have a lot of good developments on it. Hopefully we'll have maybe an actual sneak peek to show the website and, what it all kind of looks like. But like I say, anyone in the community here will definitely be doing some good maybe rewards and stuff for community members who onboard any other projects to come and use it and stuff like that. So especially for the Infinion community, we'll give out some good affiliate links for anyone in the Infinion community and stuff. So yeah, I won't take up much more. We've talked about it enough right now. So I'll hopefully have some more solid updates by Infinion Friday. But yeah.
Awesome. Something to look forward to. There it is. Social Swarm AI on X. Go give it a follow. The website will be up and running in the coming days. And like Adam said, hopefully some awesome updates. Sean, what are your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, it's a game changer. After looking at stuff, there doesn't seem to be anyone that's doing this specifically for crypto on X. There are other places that do it, but not specifically for crypto. And again, this is kind of like the name of the game. You want your community doing everything and making it organic as possible. And this honestly is going to make it look more organic than what the human beings doing it. Like imagine if back in the day when we had Safe Moon Joe and stuff like that, if this was available for that, how crazy it would have been. Like people making all the content they made, spending all that time. Imagine if they could have done it with a couple clicks of a button rather than spending an hour thinking up tweets and coming up with graphics. No, they could have done it within minutes. So, this is definitely something that's needed. Yeah, I know in the background, there's tons of stuff going on, talking to bigger platforms, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, this is something that's, it's gonna be a game changer for the space, I think. And hopefully people start utilizing it. Like you said, it'll be best form of marketing you can do for people that don't know. When people launch these crypto projects, they spend stupid amounts of money, some of them hundreds of thousands of dollars on the dumbest things that don't bring one click or don't bring anything. That's why we're very, I guess you can say, hesitant on what we spend money on. We know what works, what doesn't. A lot of people love seeing projects just throw stuff at the wall. We could have went bankrupt doing that easily, but we kind of know what works and what doesn't. This brings so much value for a fraction of the price of what something else costs. So it's like, almost every project should be looking at integrating this into their mainstay of products. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. So yeah, I think this is something that's going to be super successful. Also, while I'm talking, I want to give an update on the Apple side of the wallet. 100% working on it as fast as we can. Not going to lie, Apple is giving us very big deal, with the Web3 stuff. And let me say it like this. So we can't say, Project A had their wallet and they got on the App Store, because Apple doesn't go by precedent. They go case by case basis. So for whatever reason, they're just giving us hell about the Web3 integrations that we have on the wallet and getting it listed. We are confident we are going to get it listed. It's just taking longer than we wanted to. The team that built it, we're working through a couple things that Apple asked us to integrate into it, or that we wanted to integrate into it to get that listing. So haven't given an update on the while. We're working on it. Again, on the Android side, it's live. Just unfortunately, like we said from the beginning, Apple is just their stickler for everything. And they're being extra hard on us for whatever reason. But we'll get it done though. We're confident we'll get it done.
Yeah, like my thoughts on that too were, when it comes to Apple, when they're going to go full Web3, it's going to be like all Apple's own wallet you'll have to have, all their own specific shit. That's how they're going to go. So they're going to make it, as we get closer and closer to that point, it's going to be, I feel like they're going to make it more and more difficult for anybody to kind of get that adoption that maybe previous wallets might have gotten,
Yeah, well, my first thing is, SafePal's there. We're not much different than SafePal. TrustWallet's there. We're not much different. But again, that's the first thing I learned is Apple does not work on precedent. Just because something else similar to you is there doesn't mean that you're just automatically in. It is literally case by case basis. Some people get lucky, slip in. Some people don't. So, but yeah, we'll get it done. Again, was a little discouraged like a week ago, but I think we got a good game plan on how we're going to get it listed. So we'll get it done. But yeah, just kind of wanted to give that update because it's been a while since we actually talked about the wallet live on the Apple side.
Yeah, and it's all flying on the Android side, right? No problems. All
oh
nice,
yeah,
easy peasy,
Android will let you list whatever you want to list, no problem. What, less than 24 hours? That sucker was listed. Apple, here we are, like 2 months later, still trying to get in. So yeah, but again, we'll get it.
Yeah, no doubt. I feel like we will get there eventually. But again, I mean, I haven't seen too many questions there in the comments. But yeah, the product, guys, go and support it. SocialSwarm.ai coming up very soon. And of course, as ever, keep going here. We're obviously kind of in the calm before the storm section where we're just like everybody is building here behind the scenes, cranking it out, getting content ready, lining up. Like Sean said earlier, we're working on scripts behind the scenes for these specific, like YouTube specific shorts, TikTok specific kinds of shorts. And trying to you got to get these scripts down so that they hook people. They got to look good. You got to have the good subtitles and stuff on there. So just making sure that the marketing rollout that we're going to do, we want to make sure whatever platforms we're on, that we the content that we produce for them is tailored specifically to try and get the best traction on that said platform, let's say. So just kind of building all that out at the moment as we kind of wait for Solana and Social Swarm here now as well to kind of drop. So, what I think is kind of funny is while there was a tiny bit of downtime, we ended up coming up with a whole new product and now that's getting launched in the middle of it. It's like, they say the devil makes work for idle hands, but I mean, not that the hands are ever idle here, but you know what I mean? It was great to kind of drop another one in the middle of this, kind of born from it, right? So just from our experience in the marketing arena and building that especially to coincide with Zealy and stuff. So it's great that something else dropped. You know what? You motherfuckers are spoiled rotten. But yeah, go hit the merch store. That's where I was getting to. Go hit the merch store, rock it out. There's Adam's beautiful MoonMonday shirt on him right there. Let's go there. I'll bring it up here, the one he's rocking right now. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Very nice. How's the fit, Adam? Looking good.
Yeah, really good. Sizing's good, fits good, comfortable. Yep.
Nice.
Really good.
Got some nice colors there. This is the one I like. This color, this bone color, I think it's called, or something like that. But that's a nice one too. But yeah, go to the store, guys, and pick up. We got Infinaeon. We got Infinaeon up here. All the merch you can see. Joe is keyed it out head to toe with the Infinaeon gear. There's the hat he's got on right now. You can get that in black and white. I got this shirt right down here, the native token shirt. I think Sean's rocking that bad boy there. We got koozies. I still want to get that bomber jacket. I know who's going to be the first one to get one of those. But yeah, go to the store. Like I said, this is your own personal billboard that you can wear. If you're holding a bag of Infinaeon, it would behoove you to have some nice merch on so you can advertise that and, spark a conversation, get people talking about it, spread the word. It all goes towards your investment just the same way as making a post, making a tweet online. It's a similar thing, having a PFP. Rocking some merch is always a good way to show support and spark the conversation, spread the word as well. So, get in there. We got Lunar Pump stuff there as well. Again, I'm trying to get around to adding more stuff. I do it when I can, but I do have some requests coming in. We'll try to get to that. We got MoonBoy stuff. We got Baby Draco stuff on there. So yeah, get over there. Kiddies love Baby Draco. I know mine does. And MoonBoy, but yeah, get on over there, show some support. And yeah, everybody, much love for the week. Infinaeon Fridays hopefully should be an absolute banger this week. I'm thinking we might have some awesome, like, we should be really close by that point.
Yeah, just one other quick word there as well, Jay. So I know that the guys, I know that we've got the Knights of Infinion as well group there, where we've got a couple of, we've got a good few kind of hardcore guys that are always putting out posts, commenting, working hard in the background. I know the guys, especially Black Sheep, Crypto Knight, they've been doing a ton of work over on the Reddit side of things, and the Infinion Reddit account is growing. The post views are growing a lot. Now, I know we haven't been putting out a ton of content over there, but we have been building up a lot of stuff, and the guys have been doing a ton of work over on it. So definitely big kudos to those guys. They're
Shout out,
crushing it
boys.
over there. And I haven't been too involved in that group there. I was involved heavy at the start, but just been doing so much work on this. But as soon as everything is ready here, guys, I'll be back in there, and we'll be getting a good solid plan together inside in those back rooms and then all that kind of stuff. So no, but those guys are crushing it over there as well. They're putting a lot of hard work in, a lot of trenching going on over there. So
yeah,
great
and
job.
if anybody that's watching, like, is holding a bag of Infinion, or you want to get involved right now, pick up a bag, whatever you want to do. But if you got some time, you believe in the product, you want to get involved, you want to pick up a bag because you feel that this is the one for you, and the timing's right. Reach out to those guys. If you're hardcore, you got some time on your hands, jump in there. Once we roll this out as well, that's going to be a big deal, which will be like specifically focused rating, things like that, just hyper focus on getting the word out across as many platforms as possible. So if you got some skills or you got some time in your hands, or both, like, reach out to those guys, Crypto Knight and Main Chat, or anybody else that's in that group over there. And they'll bring you into that Telegram room chat, whatever you want to call it, and start putting everybody to work, getting the word out. And again, like, we're trying to provide as many tools to make that as easy as possible as well. So it's a good bet. It's a good bet, I promise.
Absolutely, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the live stream. Tune in this Friday for Phoenix Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. And, of course, we have every Moon Monday on Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so definitely check it out. I'm Screwgo Joe, Mr. Pixels, DeFi Sean, Adam MC. We'll see you guys on the moon.
I'll just keep dropping it, like there's no stopping it.